you ever encountered cheaters in Souls games before, Tarnished?
No.
By cheater, we're talking about someone using external programs to give themselves in-game advantages that could not be obtained by playing normally. In older titles, they used to be like landmines. Every 3 or 4 PvP encounters, you would find a twitching abomination ready to cut your hands and shove them so far up your butt that you could wave at them through your mouth, whether it was someone with infinite health or someone with impossible damage. These reptilians were the very definition of bottom-of-the-barrel mutants with the sole purpose of grieving other gamers. The issue was that in older Souls, there was no software that would prevent or detect cheating in the game while playing online. So neck-bearded basement dwellers took advantage of this to commit their heinous crimes against humanity. However, Elden Ring comes with an additional software called Easy Anti-Cheat, which supposedly prevents the use of external software while playing online. And while most of the time does its job correctly, there are times where, the system fails. Sometimes you will find cheaters among the lands between whether you invade or get invaded by them. Some are more manageable, while others will use every possible disgusting thing to try and make your life miserable. Not to confuse them with hackers, by the way. Hackers will sometimes do very cool things without actually messing with you. But cheaters? Absolute mutants. Having explained all of this, since there isn't really much more to say about it, today I bring you the story of 2 cheaters. 2 very sad individuals looking to annoy and grief unsuspecting Tarnished. What they didn't expect, though, was their prey fighting back. And yes, my throat's a bit better now. I don't know what happened last time, to be honest. Our first story begins with Waifu recording footage for the big PvP feedback video, which you should check out later if you haven't seen it yet. Very cool stuff. He then gets invaded by an actually decent human being looking for a good match. A blue phantom joins the party, but he must be fighting the fight of his life in the toilet because the dude just seems to be AFK, not moving an inch at all from his spawning spot. The duel with the decent invader goes smooth and fun when all of a sudden, like one of the 7 plagues of Egypt, a failed abortion called magic pops up in Waifu's world, entering through a portal of pus and feces. The disgusting mutant runs headfirst towards his red comrade, breaking both the unwritten Fight Club code and the red code. Never interrupt a fight club and never attack your fellow reds in an invasion. Also, may I point out that this is level 30, and this pulsating tumour is walking around using both Ordovis Greatsword and Gavel of Haima, weapons and spells with relatively high requirements. But before you play devil's advocate and give this little Gorgonite the benefit of the doubt, saying things like, oh well, maybe his gaming chair is better than yours, check out how much damage he takes. Yeah, either he has the best gaming chair in the multiverse with a toilet included, or he's cheating. And while he does seem like the kind to expel gas and fecal matter in a constant stream, I incline a bit more towards the latter. After noticing the very obvious illicit activities performed by the tumour, both Waifu and the Honest Red join forces to rid the lands between of this vile creature, using the most powerful tools in their arsenal to be able to compete with the single-digit IQ raid boss. Sadly, the Honest Red didn't watch Waifu's short about levelling vigour because he gets comically cartoon-smacked into the pavement. May God have mercy on his soul. He will be missed. Friendly reminder to level vigour, with only Waifu to fight the red abomination. The red chimp eats some boiled crab to mitigate the 10 points of damage that Waifu deals to him and starts spamming pew-pews in his direction. To add insult to injury, he starts whooshing night comets, a sorcery that requires 38 intelligence. It's like he's sending a message to Waifu. Yeah, bitch, I'm cheating. What are you going to do about it? Our hero took that rhetorical question literally and started taking action. First by opening the world to other blues for help, which in this case is obviously much needed, and second by avoiding being sliced by that carrion slicer before doing some slice and dice with the raptor claws. Since the red monstrosity clearly has tons of health and incredibly high defenses, using something with bleed is the best choice to deplete his overcompensating life bar, because there has to be at least one large thing in his life. Something that usually plays in favour of the honest player is that these greasy, slimy goobers tend to be complete dog water at the game, and quite possibly at real life too. They wouldn't realise what they're doing wrong even if it was carved into their brains with hypnosis, so taking advantage of their low skills is usually a good idea. This guy kept eating R2S as if they were Tic Tacs, maybe due to overconfidence or due to ignorance, but as the saying goes, as long as it works. This sad fisticuff extends for quite a bit of time, due to the dude being extremely tanky, despite being nearly brain dead. But then, something baffling happens. After what seemed like 10 years, a blue was summoned into Waifu's world, which was quite weird because the game loves to shit out blues for hosts every 3 nanoseconds, but I digress. And the moment the blue steps into the world, bro turned into that Vince McMahon meme, the one that goes like Silent Hill when Noisy Plane walks in, and made a ran for it as soon as he realised that if he couldn't win that in a 1 versus 1, he definitely was not going to win a 2 versus 1. The guy cheated all of his stats and still ripped open a methane portal with his intestinal gases to get the heck out of there, dripping poop as he vanished into the Netherrealm. You just cannot make this up. Our second story starts with Waifu recording for our most recent video, the one that talks about over-leveled summons and how they're completely broken once again at level 30. As soon as that taunter's tongue is caressed, another living piece of excrement enters the world. And when you thought it could not get nastier than our last sewer rat, wait until you see this cockroach. Waifu's summon drops a falling star beast fart on top of him, which deals no damage, of course, since he still must be in spawn none frames. But a couple seconds later, when the iframes should already be over, another fart is dropped, which again does no damage. Not only does it do no damage, but it doesn't even play the phantom hit sound or anything. The guy straight up has infinite iframes, which makes him basically untouchable.
Oh well, we tried.
Since there really wasn't much they could do, Waifu and his summon proceed to switch off the PvE's breathing before the broken condom starts pouring arrows on them and chasing Waifu around with sleep swords, pretending he's dodging attacks so no one suspects that he still has yet to see what grass looks like. Despite being max level, Waifu's summon takes huge damage from the red parasite, further proving that not only is he invincible, but he has cheated stats too. It's almost as if he was phase 2 of Magic the Tumor. He came back for revenge, ready to chew ass and kick bubblegum, but not really. This was another guy.
Disgusting!
The Virgin starts giving chase to Waifu's summon, completely blinded by a rabid bloodlust. The saddest part is that this is level 30, so this goddamn loser probably must have been some poor soul's first experience with invasions and PvP, which absolutely disgusts me. As they are approaching the Agil Lake Bridge, Waifu communicates to his phantom that there is actually one way to beat the Virgin Raid boss. You see, there is a very concealed ledge near the bridge where you can land safely if you drop very gently near this edge. If you fail to make the jump, you will die. So their only chance was to hope this guy didn't know about the slow drop and mindlessly ran off the edge, falling to his comical death. As soon as they approach the bridge, the bloated lard tank turns to Waifu, which could have ended badly if it weren't for the heroic acts of a random blue that came to the rescue. Waifu knew that joining him in battle was futile and that the blue only served to earn them some time. So rest in peace, Hunter Yonk. Your sacrifice was not in vain. After reaching the ledge and witnessing their blue friend being Thanos snapped in front of them, Waifu and his summon wait for the greasy loser in order to pull off their scheme, but the guy is not coming. Curious, they move to take a peek. And what they saw was the most horrifying thing they've ever seen in their lives. The sweaty bastard pulled out the Eclipse Hotel, infused it with Death Blight, which is instant death, activated his speed hacks and ran like Sonic on crack towards Waifu and his summon. Panic ensued, panic rolls everywhere. Waifu yells to his summon like Frenchie yelled to Huey in the Season 2 finale of The Boys. Quick, the ledge, it's our only chance! With only a sliver of health left, Waifu is tapped by the red tumour off the ledge and just barely lands on the safe spot, and what follows was the most satisfactory outcome you could possibly think of. The idiot actually fell for it. And those were basically today's stories, tarnished. To give a bit of closure to the topic of cheaters, let me inform you that despite what you just saw, cheaters in Elden Ring are at the most 1% of PvP interactions. In fact, Waifu tried to capture more footage with cheaters for the video by invading and camping in the first step, with no success at all. So in the rare event you do find a cheater, just accept the outcome, block them, and move on with your game. Do not give them any kind of engagement or attention, as this is what they probably want. Let those losers mold surrounded by their piss jars in their parents' basement. Also, the weapon in the Raptor's video was indeed the vulgar militia saw, so congratulations to those who answered correctly. This is the new mystery weapon. Answer in the comments below which weapon do you think it is. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, a comment, and share it with friends. Consider subscribing to Only Waifu for more videos like this. Eat some fruit instead of Doritos today. And as always, thanks for watching.